Okay, so this week's question of the week comes from Alina in Year 5. This week's question was, think of a time in which you've messed up in your life and you've made a mistake, and would you change that mistake if you had your time again? Well, that's a really, really good question. Let me tell you firstly about my big mistake. One of the big mistakes I made in my life was going too hard and dancing too hard at a wedding that I went to. As most of you already know this story, one time when I was best man for my friend's wedding and I had the whole day ahead of me and I was one of the most important people in this wedding party, and I did my speech and I got up there and then we started dancing around, and then this song came on which said jump up and get down, and unfortunately Mr. West got down a little bit too hard. And to say split would be an understatement. Let's say my pants tore apart into two, and I was left there at this wedding with 3 or 4 hours to go of this wedding, not knowing what to do or how to get by. And as you will see behind me, this is evidence of how bad it actually got. Very, very tough. Had to fit in my other friend's jeans and we were not the same size, and try to go back into a wedding in which everybody was laughing at me and I was like the laughing stock of the whole wedding, and my friends bring it up nearly every time I see them and they still tease me about it today, and I would not change that ever. That story I've told that story to lots and lots of people, and I've owned that story, and that story has become part of me. And I think it's quite funny, that story. And I actually don't think those sort of things, I think they make you stronger. They make you able to laugh at yourself. It's a good ability to be able to laugh at yourself and make fun of yourself sometimes. So that was a time where I messed up big time. Never ever. Every time I go to a wedding now, my wife says to me, are you bringing a spare pair of pants? And I always say, nah, I like to live dangerously. So I haven't learnt from my mistakes, but I would not change it for anything in the world. And so your job, you can comment below, tell me the biggest time you've messed up and whether you would change it if you had your time again. All right, thanks.